Oh. Oh, Grand Rising, my people, welcome, welcome. I greet you all. Wonderful morning to everyone. Oh, so let me use a moment to share this. Welcome you all. Welcome. Wow, the birds are chicken outside. I love the sound. Phew, 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 phew. Now, when I get my own, I'm going to build a very large bird cage. I will put so many birds together, try to groom them. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to separate them. I love when birds are chirping. Chirp, 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 chirp. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see you. Oh, what do we have here? Mm-hmm. Sorry, let me. Amadike will back. Sorry, guys. Amadike will back. Janti Okeke, Moses, Osinachuku, I greet you. With all my people, please share the video, share the video, guys. Share. This page is heavily shadow banned. Down my brother Oscar. I greet you, Oscar. How are you? Oscar. Oscar Mbanefu. Mendeo. Guys. Ha, my brother. Nwokoka. Iwe Akaria. Iwe Erike. Iwe Erike. Oh. How far? I greet you. Okibia. Joshua Freeman. Josh. My brother Josh in New York. I'm sorry that I've not. In fact, I will try to. I must make a space to call you today. Enough of all these distractions. Man, and I'm going to be going on a sabbatical. I'll be going on a sabbatical. Yeah. I think we are okay with the WhatsApp groups now. Let's see. More. I greet you, my brother. I greet you. Salute. Hey, my brother. to the to the shock of nobody. I'm coming. To the shock of nobody. Enyinnaya declared to run for the Abia gubernatorial seat in 2023. And I repeat, to the surprise of no one. To the surprise of absolutely no one who was paying attention. Let me block one Okoko, one bingo. To the shock of no one, absolutely shock of no one. Akpoya again. Please, any Okoko here should indicate very early. Make we send you where we send your fellow bingo sharp. My brother Oscar, don't mind somebody on my page that is telling me to go and do for it, and he is there on my page. So these people are just mad. They are not existing in the 21st century. I may agree with you, Garba. I agree. Hey, they go get sense. They must get sense. Of course, Biafra is not coming in the next 1 million years. That's why Enyinnaya Abaribe will not go and be running for the leadership of IPOB. Rather, he would want, according to them, Biafra is at least 5 states, right? Okay. Now, why would someone like Enyinnaya Abaribe be spending money running for Abia Goba seat? Eh? Why would he be spending money? Somebody made a comment. See, he said, no IPOB or ESPN supporter will be governor in the Southeast because they will hypobilize and nationalize the Southeast. My brother, I wish it was true. Except these people are caught and arrested, they will still use their criminals to kill those who will oppose them. The campaigns of their opponents will never hold. If you have a campaign rally today, they will declare sit out because they are the ones paying them. This is so obvious. Guys, please share the video. Share the video, share the video. Let's get people here. Let's get people there. Share the video. Share the video, share the video. Somebody said there is nothing wrong with that. Zoning is unconstitutional. Wait, I didn't hear this one very well. I don't have my cutting boards around. Let me use toothpick. Please, can someone read this thing out for us? Alaguemeka, he said, there is nothing wrong with that. Zoning is unconstitutional. Please, repeat this thing next time someone shouts about Igbo presidents. Okay? Repeat this. Let Enyinnaya Abaribe continue with this one. Please. Okay? Let us, I agree with you totally, 100%. 100%, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. But my problem is this. The same people that are doing it will be the same people that will go and tell the poorly educated and non-educated peoples that the reason they are not president or they didn't win the party ticket is because they are Igbos. Have you seen it? Give it to Enyinnaya Abaribe. He knows how to play these people like a fiddle. I will say the truth even when it seems I am praising my opponent or giving my opponent props. Give it to Enyinnaya Abaribe. He knows how to play these people. But my problem is, these same people that are being told this nonsense, within the next 24 hours, they come and tell them, oh, it's not it's because it's from there, it's because it's from this one. And the fools will go and be creating enmity between them and people they've not met before. I agree with you 110%. I totally agree with you and more. You now want to play it that it is now the best candidate or the person who done the best homework. Have you seen that over the years, Enyinnaya Abaribe has been there, all those nonsense, the shenanigans you are seeing in the house, before you make a statement, they will tell all those journalists, their cameras will be ready, waiting. So they don't miss a thing. Within 20 minutes after that speech, the video will be everywhere across all the media outlets. The video will be everywhere. Which point did the person draw? You know, I can't see all those things. What point did the person draw? Okay. Best born. This is the argument I've been making. In fact, I've been making this argument since 2017 after the criminal Nnamdi came out and I saw where they were going. I told them, check. Imo State, the 3 senatorial zones in Imo State. You have the Olu senatorial zone, the Owerri senatorial zone, and the Okigwe senatorial zone. Since 1999, the only time an Olu zone person was not the governor of Imo State was between 2007 and 2011, which was the administration of Ike Hakim. Okay? It was during his administration. 99, Article Ngwa, Olu zone. 2007, Okigwe zone, and the man did not even complete the complete 2 terms. He did not complete 2 terms. Then he left office. Rocha Sokorocha entered. Another Olu zone, 8 good years. 8 good years. Emeka Ihedioha didn't even finish how many months? Then the Supreme Court delivered their judgment. That's Owerri zone. Now the same people will be telling you that the reason, let me block this Umo Okoko. They'll be telling you that the reason they are failing in Abuja is not because of their incompetence, rather because they are hated as Igbo people. Now you will be hearing all these dog whistles. Let me block one of Okoko. All these dog whistles. Hey, you know, when they come to Nigeria, there are people they are giving power. There are people that get the power. You know, the way they share this. Crooks. All of them. Enyinnaya Abaribe from him. Start from him. The biggest criminal in the house. The biggest liar. The biggest hypocrite. Exactly everything he is telling you is against is what he's doing. Enyinnaya Abaribe is only good when it's convenient. Okay? Only when it is convenient. Other than that, forget it. Forget it. He is now running for office. He is running to replace an Ngwa man. The same people that told us that Abia is the way it is because an Ngwa man has not been governor of Abia State. 1999 to 2007, an Igbere man, Oduzokalu, an Igbere man. 2007 to 2015, it was the Umuahema. 2015 till date, which will elapse in 2023, an Ngwa man. Now, the party that pride themselves as party of equity, party of equality, party of everything good, and their poster child, Enyinnaya Abaribe, is now running to replace another Ngwa man, not even somebody from the same senatorial zone. No. The same Ngwa. This is not about the person being from the senatorial zone or any other thing. No, the same Ngwa. Go and check where they are from. Check the map. What's the distance between Enyinnaya Abaribe's hometown and Okezie Bazu's hometown? What's the difference? Take a hard look at that hypocrisy. Okay? Take a very hard look at that hypocrisy. Wasn't it the other day I saw in the news where he was telling another person that he is not serious, an Igbo man that is not serious about running for the presidency, that he's trying to use Igbos to create problems. The same thing he is doing, the same thing he has been doing since he was in the house. Same thing. Same thing. Why did he try to stop an Igbo man from mentioning that he's running? Of which you and I know that an Igbo man stands no chance in the PDP of becoming the party ticket holder. There is no chance. Then the one you have in APC, Dave Umar, what is he going to bring to the table? How many votes? You don't even have Igbos prepared to do that, and they will expect the same party to give them ticket. It's not going to happen. But then tell the people the reason it's so. Okay? Tell the people the reason it is so. If the people don't know, they will keep on crying, shouting, oh, Hausa Fulani, Janjaweed Caliphate, this and that. There is nothing we haven't heard from these people. Absolutely nothing we have not heard from these groups. Robbers, all of them. Crooks, thieves, lying to people. Now, I'm not from Abia State, and I will not do what I'm telling people not to do in my state, in other people's state. Okay? Are you understanding me? It's if Abians love the way their state is going currently, let them nominate any neighbor. Then you'll be at the mercy of your ESN. You will be at the mercy of a group who I don't know the last time or even the first time he commissioned the project. Remember the other time one bingo in Russia came here to defend him. He came here to defend him and said he built a school in their community. Just as if that is not insulting enough, he would only mention one school. Then we told him to bring the photo and video of the school. Till date, we've not seen it. Till date, we have not seen it. But they tell you, oh, he's the one representing him. I wish he would be the next governor of Abia State because Abians deserve what they are getting. Having kept quiet as the criminal was used by politicians to destroy our place, we don't even have a political conversation again. Okay? We don't even have a political conversation again. When politics comes, now the political issue arises, they will split the people. Who does that to their own people? Look at the Rochas Okorocha issue right now. Look at the Rochas Okorocha issue right now. The people that tell you they are standing for the truth. The people that saw when Emeka Ihedioha, the governor of Imo State, sent the asset recovery team to go and seal the one of the properties Rochas and his people took. Of course, my brother, it was always obvious. Guys, share this video. The reach is very low. This page is less than a month and it's still under shadow ban. Share the video, guys. I will come here wasting time. Share the video. Share it. We saw how his thugs beat up a team sent by the then governor, Ihedioha, Emeka Ihedioha. People that were sent to go and recover state properties were beaten up, their leader thrown in a ditch. I'm coming. Their leader thrown in a ditch. And people, the same people, hey, Reuters, he has stolen government property. He was there murdering people and stealing our properties. He is doing it. Meaning, the same people now, the same people are now shouting that, hey, why would they go and arrest him? Look at what happened to the people that went to make an arrest there in Owerri. And tell me you will go to his village. You as an Igbo man that knows the setup of the village, will tell me that you can go there anyhow, given the security situation in our place. Have we forgotten this video? This is the screenshot from this. Have we forgotten this video? Have we forgotten this video? Have we forgotten about this? Now the same people, as shameless as it sounds, people you don't even expect to support this evil, people that have been shouting that politicians' hands are behind this thing, are the same people. Because you hate the governor that is fighting it, now you are going to cover evil. Tell Ezifani Chukwu and co that they are very shameless. Tell Eze that I said he is so shameless that he did not even share. I will call him after the program. Anyway, I'm not trying to put him on a blast, I'm just trying to tell you the truth. He shared the video of Uchemusu's press conference and everything, but he did not share the video where Rochas denied on channels of knowing General Banga, of which there is a video, even I shared more, where Rochas used his own mouth to call General Banga's name and say he has never heard about him. Now there is a video where General Banga and co were talking, threatening to go to Ubugo, Rochas Okorocha's place, to destroy every place if they are not called and settled. He even mentioned it with his mouth that, oh, we worked for you, just like Nnamdi Kanu cried on air. When we started dealing with them, these boys worked for you. Now you are sending the army to kill them. The same thing. That video is there. He has not shared. People that tell you they have a high moral standard. People that are telling you, I want you to understand what's going on. Decency is lacking. Forget whether this one is a Christian, a Muslim, or claim to be a traditionalist. When events happen, are you willing to look at both sides of the evidence? Are you willing? Now, after that video, it was after that video. Mind you, the video I just said now never appeared before when Rochas mentioned General Banga and co. Then link it with that thing. These guys did this video about 2 some months later, they were caught and we saw them with the governor on a stage. We saw them with the governor. Now they captured somebody that is working with General Banga, an emperor. Rochas swore that Uchemusu does not know who emperor is. Swore that he does not know him. Now, what was Uchemusu doing with the emperor in this photo? And the same people have not even shared the photo. They've not even said anything about it. Let me show you. All this nonsense. Dual morality. Dual morality. I'm coming. Is this not Uchemusu and General Banga? Who are these people? Who are these people? My dear, they are not out for saving you. Open your eyes. They are deceiving you. Never let emotions come in the way of truth. Back to this Enyinnaya Abaribe we are talking about. How much has he received in constituency project funds all the while he was in the Senate? This is, it's not about, oh, this one, this, whether, this and that. Now, it boils down to reality. Odus Okalu, whom I don't consider a saint by any stretch. I don't consider Odus Okalu a saint by any stretch, and I wouldn't want to be his lawyer in any case. But the day before yesterday, go and check what he commissioned in his place. Adding to the number of roads he has built there, both as a governor and as a senator. At the last count, it was 23 road networks. 23 road networks. Now, tell me, Enyinnaya Abaribe, Aba South is under his constituency. Abia Market is under all the roads around there. There are state roads. Then there are those he should take care of because he is receiving money. His allocations from the federal government, both the ones that are giving them every 4 months, or is it every 3 months? It's every 3 months. It's every 3 months. Every quarter. What has he done with it? What exactly has he done with it? Now they are hoping on using IPOB to become governor. Guess what? I wish him all the best. I wish him the very best. Those people deserve Enyinnaya Abaribe. They deserve him. I don't even have the power. If I say I'm against him becoming the governor of Abia State, what does it change? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But let him enjoy. Let the people enjoy their sins. I so wish they could. Make him a governor. Please do it. Of course, when you're talking about PDP leadership, we know how where PDP tickets are given. Never in the state. It's Abuja here. Wadata Plaza would decide it, and I don't know anybody in other states PDP that can stand in there because he has done enough of propaganda for them. He has peddled many lies. He has covered so many evil. So that's the type of person they want. He is easily malleable. Saying one thing today and doing another thing. And nobody would care to talk about it because the people have been deceived with this Biafra nonsense. Okay? Nothing. Is this how you are going to develop? Is this how? Now, my problem is, why is Enyinnaya Abaribe saying one thing and doing another thing? The question is not to him. I'm asking it to those of you that are supporting him, because the man is clearly shameless. He is clearly shameless. The same person that want to replace Ngwa will not tell an Igbo man that why an Igbo man can't be president is because the other Nigerians hate you and they don't want to zone it. You, the one will do your hand, zone am first. Zone am first. They expect you to come and fight for their competence. They still expect you to defend them when they are in the throes of death. Like, let me tell you, propaganda can only carry you thus far. At the end of the day, the truth remains the truth. And the worst thing you can do to yourself is to be lying to yourself and dying the lie. Imagine even the shameless Deji. He's saying that who's of the mind, the one behind the candidacy. Can you imagine that nonsense? They went to a church. Under Rocha and Sokorocha, how many churches were invaded? No. Under Rocha and Sokorocha, how many churches were invaded since you people don't remember what happened just 4 years ago? Fish brains. You think you can deceive us? When there are people you can deceive, not people like us. This hysteria is complete bullshit. The question is, what was he accused of? We have made our place a land where propaganda is accepted as reality, and you wonder why things are like this. If he's open on bingoism to be governor of Abia State, I will suggest he think again. I will suggest he thinks again. Right now, the bingos are waking up. The bingos right now are waking up. So we don't know how far the awakening would go before 2023. We are not sure how far the awakening will stretch before 2023. And in 2023, if this thing is finally brought down, like I believe it, within the very first 6 months of 2022, go and mark it somewhere. Mark it somewhere. You see this nonsense that let them carry their lives. You know how I feel lies flow. Like all these and all this. No. That's how we do this normal. Then the truth will gradually catch up with them. This one is not even far because even the bingos themselves are waking up. So when the bingos wake up now, and it is our duty to be telling bingos that Enyinnaya Abaribe is not for Biafra. Let us, even if you are going to vote for him, at least know that this Biafra thing is a lie. Now, by the time these people know that this is a lie, what do you think they will turn their anger on this man? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Let me show you people one notable bingo. Let me show you people one notable bingo. I want to see this.
I have my reasons why I don't want to come and take no useless oaths. Part of the 100 men. And we are here shouting, Nigeria will bring you down. Now, calculate you that is since 5 years and the one that I have done since ESN has been established. Before you people start eating money and making zaga, I stopped. I stopped. Somebody addressing na account umuneri account aguleri account. This one take 50,000. This one not take this. I knock it my own money. I'm not doing it anymore. You understand? People are eating our money. You people came again and say that people are embezzling their money. Then you want me now to go and pay again? I'm not paying again. Who cares? So the little like
guys. Did you see it? Did you see it? This is a notable bingo. And people like Elvis, people when I saw them in IPO bingo circle, I thought that you can actually reason with these people, not knowing that the brainwash is bigger than the truth. Even at that, if you check him, you see that he is not as daft as every IPOB member. One, he did not take their oath, and he called the oath useless. He called their Quaker oath useless. Yes, for him to not take that oath means he knows what he's doing, even as he's daft. It is just Biafra they are using to fool these people. It's just Biafra, and it is never, the fight is never Biafra. What they are doing is not about Biafra. It's about, guys, share this video. I don't know what's wrong here. This app is not about Biafra. Okay? It is never about Biafra. The moment these people know, that is the moment they will start seeing Enyinnaya Abaribe for the fraud he is. He will start seeing him for the fraud he is. And what other way would Enyinnaya Abaribe fool these people? Oh, we are that, that's our right. They are doing this. Saying it and doing something about it are two different things. Somebody say you must continue paying. No, he has woken up. He has woken up. He has seriously woken up. There is a limit to where you can sell their life. Like I said from the beginning of this program, I am not against Enyinnaya Abaribe being the governor of Abia State because he is not going to be my governor. I will leave that one to others. If ndị Abia chọọ ka ndị 419 ibe ha na-eme ha ihe ha na-eme ha, well, it's up to them. It is up to them. Nwa Aba ga-arụ Aba. Nwa Aba ga-arụ Aba. First one don't go, another one is coming. Okay? Now, when someone like this Elvis is open, that they are doing this with their account, this and that, let him link it to Nnamdi Kanu also. Okay? Let him link it to Nnamdi because you cannot extricate Nnamdi from this. Okay, the money they stole when Nnamdi was arrested, from that time, you are looking for it. Okay, what about the one they stole when he was outside? Some of them dating back 4 or 5 years. Why didn't he do anything about it? Because all those people that ate that money just got their shares. Usain Bolt is using them as fools to please you. And this is how this criminal in there will still using them to please you. When they tackle, what would you do? What would you do? They will send their ESN to come and kill you. Very simple. Very simple. It is very simple. Now they will tell you, oh, the governor said this one. Is Hope Uzodinma the one tying Biafran flag to a masquerade this thing, and shooting guns? Oh, Biafra has come, Biafra. Where is that useless Deji? Thunder fire him. At Intenansa, we saw the video. So Hope Uzodinma is the one that sent those people, right? Ndoshi. Folks, how is it? The lie. My problem is with Hope Uzodinma and the people around him. The media team is so poor. The media, when you have an administration of big men, things like this are about to happen. Okay? The media team is nowhere to be seen when it's time for action. Even though you have the evidence, you have everything, then learn how to piece them together and present it to the people. Do you think that Deji left his state and is focusing on Imo State because he loves Imo State so much? He is getting paid. All these people have been mobilized. If they can mobilize for lie, why won't you mobilize for truth? Why won't you mobilize for truth? And people will say, oh, this thing sounds so childish. No, those childish things are what they are using to fool people. Jubri Sudan, the left ear, Aisha boyfriend, all these things, they sound so stupid, but people bought it. Let's go back to 1998, when the head of state was killed. The head of state was assassinated here in Abuja. And what did we hear the following morning everywhere? Oh, Indian woman killed him with apples. Oh, Abacha Chopper could die. That nonsense, I believe the very first people that heard it thought this is so stupid, this is so foolish. Guess what? People bought it. And majority of people are still trumpeting it today. Majority of people are still talking about Abacha and apples, even comedians. Hey, Abacha Chopper will be closer. Idiot. Those simple things are what they are using to fool these people. They are using them to fool these people. And we are here talking rubbish. We are here talking nonsense. What? No, show me exactly what Enyinnaya Abaribe is going to offer to us. What has he got to offer that he has not offered? And listen, tell me one thing he has to offer that he has not offered. I am waiting to hear it from you. I am waiting. Watch the same idiots that they are telling you they are fighting for the betterment of Igbo land. They will defend it now. They will defend it. People with zero morals. Zero morals. You said, did they IPO? No. Did they see that one? Now they idiot. They are destroying your land. Look at Deji. Deji is a Yoruba man. Forget the state he's from. He's a pure Yoruba man. And the Yorubas are the people occupying the place Igbo should occupy in Nigeria. I will never begrudge them for that because they schemed their way into that place. When the Igbos wake up now, let's say Igbos are not as stupid politically as we are. Why should Bola Tinubu be this popular and famous in Nigeria? That space Bola Tinubu is occupying. You cannot get me a single Igbo man that has such power. No way, no way. Show me what state. But this is management, knowing how to handle power, knowing how to maneuver your way through things, knowing how to cut deals. This is why the Yorubas are where they are. Check, the Igbos can actually tilt the vote of Lagos State. But the people we are talking about don't even care to vote. They don't even know what their interests are and who to vote for at the right time. Yes, if there was ever, like I told you, there is no Igbo political agenda anywhere. There is none. There is none. It's anywhere benefits. If you can do enough propaganda, then put yourself in the good books of your party. That's all. You propagandize the whole people, they will swallow it. Just tell them that it's being caused by Hausa and finish. Finish. Gone. In blocks, when you talk about the blocks, the political blocks we have in our place, the Yorubas fear the Igbos the most because forget that they have more states than the Igbos. Igbos are bigger than the Yorubas in population. There is no debate about that. Someone will say, oh, look at the census. You mean the census that Igbos did not participate in? Do Yorubas in Abuja outnumber Igbos in Abuja? Do Yorubas in Jos outnumber Igbos in Jos? I'm just talking about state capitals, capital cities. Okay, but let's make it full. Plateau State. Do you have more Yorubas in Plateau State than Igbos? Do you have more Yorubas in Kano State than Igbos? Do you have more Yorubas in Kaduna than Igbos? Do you have more Yorubas in Adamawa than Igbos? Do you have more Yorubas in Borno State than Igbos? Do you have more Yorubas in Kebbi State than Igbos? Do you have more Yorubas in Jigawa State than Igbos? Do you have more Yorubas in Taraba State? I'm just telling you places outside of Igbo land and Yoruba land. I'm telling you places outside of Igbo land and Yoruba land. Now, you come to South. Do you have more Yorubas than Igbos in Edo State? Even though Edo, when you are talking about Edo State, Edo, Yorubas and Igbos, they have lots of things in common. But Yorubas are more closer to the those than we Igbos. Meanwhile, Igbos have many things like you talk about culture, Igbos, Edo, and Yoruba. Not too many different, not many differences amongst them. Not many differences. But you still have more Igbos in Edo State than the Yorubas. You have more Igbos in Rivers State than the Yorubas. You have more Igbos in Delta State than Yorubas. You have more Igbos in Akwa Ibom than Yorubas. You have more Igbos in Cross River than Yorubas. Okay? You have more Igbos in Parasa than Yorubas. Now, go to the southwest. What's the number of Yorubas in Enugu State? And what's the number of Igbos in Oyo State? What's the number of Yorubas in Imo State? What's the number of Yorubas? What's the number of Igbos in Lagos State? What's the number of Yorubas in Abia State? What's the number of Igbos in Ogun State? What's the number of Yorubas in Ebonyi State? What's the number of Igbos in Osun State? What's the number of Yorubas in Anambra State? And what's the number of Igbos in Ekiti and Oyo combined? Are you getting it now? So, Igbos waking up is against them, against the position of the Yorubas. It's very simple. It is very, very simple. Why would Deji do something that will favor the Igbos against the Yorubas? Does it make sense? You see why Deji and Omoyele Sowore, knowing very well that Deji knows it already, the videos are there. Sowore knows it already, the videos are there. Why would they now be behind Nnamdi? And you think they are trying to elevate you against their own people? Huh? I pray for common sense. Common sense. Common. They want you to be talking about this nonsense Biafra, then you will lose your spot totally in Nigeria. And then Enyinnaya is one of the people doing it. So far, Enyinnaya remains in power. He doesn't care. There is no evil agenda in anywhere. Quote me. If there was ever an evil agenda, they will all be rallying behind Dave Umahi. No one else right now. Right now, they will be rallying behind Dave Umahi. You think Deji hates you? Deji is the number one hater of you. Are you hearing me? Deji Aderoju is one of the people that hates Igbos the most. Go and check the video where he berated now. Go check the video where he berated Nnamdi because Nnamdi was holding out for PDP to give him money before he would tell his dingos to go and vote. They didn't bring it, he held back. So when they paid him, he went and told them, "Say that Deji knows this thing more than anyone else." But he wants to drive traffic to his page. He wants his PDP paymasters to know that he can actually still keep these people in check. Is Deji telling me that he doesn't know the people that are doing these killings? Early this year, how many times did he make a video against Nnamdi and Bingos? Just this year alone. Just this year alone, how many times did he make videos against Nnamdi and IPOB? And how many times did they attack each other? No, they will zone presidency to other regions, then zone insult to you. Now you have made yourself enemies of the Edo people. You've made yourself enemies of every tribe in Nigeria. And the Deji will be there egging you on. Enyinnaya Abaribe. Enyinnaya is popular. Popular where? Where? You mean Enyinnaya Abaribe does not know about the money, $56 million, okay, Bazutu. Or you think they will share the money, it wouldn't get to him, and he will keep quiet about it. Is that what you want me to believe? Guys, share the video, share the video. Share this video. But they will want to use this IPOB nonsense to fool you. They will want to use this IPOB rubbish to keep you busy talking nonsense. To keep you busy. Go and check everything I said here. Sit down and analyze every single thing, and it will begin to make sense to you. I'm not going to shape my mouth to suit your feelings. If your feelings is not vibrating with the truth, forget it. You will always have a problem. You will always have a serious problem with me because I must tell you the truth. I must tell you the fact as it is. Okay? Somebody in Chibikevi said, my brother, do you really know that Sahara reporters and Omoyele Sowore and they missed the cannibalism in Igbo land? Omoyele could not respond to it. I have been commenting on his page. Why would he respond when the people are the same people paying him? Check before. Who are the people that used to advertise on Sahara reporters? But the moment you see those companies owned by the people that Sowore claims to be against advertising on his platform, we know most of the people that own shares in MTN, they are the people that sold Nitel, made it unviable, then went and they invested in a private company, and they are now making billions every day by the hours. By the hours. They are now raking in billions by the hours. Do you know how many people recharge in 2 hours in Nigeria? Now, MTN is advertising on a more stage. All is these things. Glow, the same thing. All these people that boycotted them years ago are now with them and they don't know what's going on. He cannot go against them. It's not possible. It's not possible. All these ones are just the black dogs. Enyinnaya Abaribe will rub their head and tell them to move. I can show you businesses I'm dealing with up close. If you come one-on-one, I open my phone, show you videos. Let the Jew tell you what he's doing, what his job is. Then, if he's a blogger, let him tell you that he's a blogger and a political actor. Simple. And that is a job too. But you that is receiving information from him should know exactly where this person is coming from. That way you will be able to digest what he's telling you. This is the only way you will be able to digest what he's telling you. Now, let me put a link here. Let me paste the link here for anyone that has a question or a contribution to make. Let me put the link. Ndigo, when are we going to start putting people in power who have the interest of the masses? When are we going to start doing that? We will be deceiving ourselves. People you think will be for the truth. I don't know if it's emotions or they are paid or they are looking for contracts. You are getting paid. Why do you think nobody wants to stand and talk against IPOB? Because there is no money to make from it. There is no money to make from it, and I'm not going to beg you for any contract. Okay? I'm coming. Let me post the link here. You're not going to see me beg you for any contract for what? Some of all these, they are big men, and so they talk. Hey, is too arrogant. No, I am not going to lie down for you to fuck me. That's just the issue. Tell people that's the problem. You cannot fuck my brain. Okay? You can't fuck with my brain. It's not possible. I'm trying to post the link back. To 2S. I'm coming, guys. Okay, that's the link. I've pinned the link. My brother, everything is not okay. Everything is not okay. The people we say we are looking for justice with, the people, as the ex is a disappointment unto himself, not me. Me, I never expected anything from him, but that's why you see me holding alone. The people that say they are for the truth, you present them with the truth, they will disappear. That is after posting rubbish, posting propaganda. And when you confront them, when you didn't know the truth, it's different. But when you've been confronted with the truth and you keep on pretending you did it, like me now, if I post anything against someone and I see new information that contradicts what I've done, I will come again and say, please, I'm sorry, this thing I did like this. It's not like this, not like this. Okay, this is how it is. Not when you have shared all those things, now they are coming to pretend as if you didn't see the other evidence, or do you even want to talk about it? Eh? You don't know who your problem is. This is the problem. Before he came out, is your condition better than it was in 2012? Eh? Is your place better than 2012? You are telling me before he came, the place was not great, but it's better than it is now. Is your place safer now than 2012? Before he started, you are Austin Obi. Hello. 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 Can you hear me? Kingsley.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you face the light so we can see you? Turn the other way around. Face the light so we can. Yes. Go on.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
I greet you, brother, so much, and I also greet our able brothers in Nigeria who is listening to you and in diaspora. I wonder why it will take so long for people to understand your message. Your message this morning is so clearer. I'm from Edo State. You made it so clear. The Igbo are many in population. There is one word I pick out in it. They have no agenda anywhere but left face. How will they succeed if they cannot rebrand themselves with truth and have a collective vision that every other minority or lovers of peace will anchor on? Yeah. Instead of busy allowing deception to fool them, like some of those called new propagandalists who said, oh, they love revolution in Nigeria, revolution in days, whereas they have their own agenda. And you, who is pointing out the truth to them, will be the first one to be labeled by an Igbo man as a saboteur.
Yes.
Which I don't know about. I don't still understand it. Ejile here, ejile this. But I don't know whether ear depend them, whether they know they hear where if you come to Ejile, they not go hear where. So they have clouded their hatred, because sometimes your enemy can be telling you the truth. Your enemy will not come from your town, where you not like. You're going to talk the truth. We have a parable in our place. Leave the person talking. If what he's saying makes sense, use it to do something. But I've seen my Eastern Igbo lovely brothers, not all of them, just because the way you will talk about Unandi, whatever you say now, they don't want to hear it. Even if the thing is pointing out, they will just block their ear to it. And that is not a professional way of playing politics. Because politics is not only a game of numbers, it's also a game of mathematics and strategy.
Yes.
It's not only a game of, you can have the number. And if you don't know how to arrange, yes, you can have the number. Yes.
Yes.
But if you don't know how to strategize, your number is useless.
Yes.
It's just useless.
Yes.
And I will see my brothers, like you have made it very clear to them. What has all these people, these governors, done for them? That is the question you have been asking all why. My brother with the house cannot be fucking me around inside my bedroom, and I'll go to call the person who did the next neighbor. Say that one I go. Is that not foolish? If I don't know that my brother is inside the house fucking me up, all these our governors we have in the southeast, southwest, south, what are they doing before we start pointing hands to the northerners in the north that they have done this? No. Now, they say that the rat way they house, they tell the rat way they house, I say there is fish day. So we because of say we have hatred for the northerners, you have hatred for Ejile, you will not see that big elephant inside your bedroom that is making you dry. It is enough time that my Eastern Igbo brother will sit down and re-strategize. If we say we want a better Nigeria, a better East, a better this, and let me just come on. How can the people who call themselves the Japanese, who we know that they are very, very industrious, they are very, very industrious. They are very, very industrious. They are very, very good in manufacturing, but it's lacking behind. 20 years ago, a Chinese product can be noticed in the store. Or 25 years ago, what the Chinese produce, we go say no, we don't want this one a Chinese product. But we kill the Abba product. Why can't we come out with a strategy? You think if it is the Yoruba who have this chance of producing the way Igbos are manufacturing, have a sense of manufacturing, do you think the Yoruba will not anchor, they never climb up past the way the Igbo is? It's time our Igbo brothers, they should rally around behind you. You are not, I don't look at you looking for money. You are just like a lone voice, like Steve Biko, like Ganifa Yemi of Yoruba, who were talking. But people have allowed hatred to cloud their sense of reasoning. And if they don't stop by the time, my Igbo brothers, if you hate somebody too much, sometimes if they tell you the truth, you don't go one here. And you are not doing yourself a favor. You will think you are destroying that person. You are not destroying the person. You are only delaying yourself. You go kneel down there. That kneel down where you did, you will never stand up. So if both Unandi and all of them, we are all brothers, we can come out and reason together instead of this finger pointing. Who wasn't there that day was arrested. I saw a lot of people writing bullshit, whatever. I know how many times is it the first time the police don't enter inside church in the south east?
Imagine. Under Rochas, 4 good times. 4 good times under Rochas. 4 good times.
Like as if that is the problem. We are changing the direction by pointing, say you go inside church now. The real thing there that makes the police to go to the church, we will not forget about it. That is what we call diversion. That is what you are pointing to them. Is the church the problem? What did they do that allowed the police to come say they won't go arrest, for example, me? You can't talk say why police can't arrest me for my papa bedroom. Is that the problem? What did I do?
Police went to a church this like 2 months ago in October and arrested IPOB members inside there. We did not hear any noise in the newspaper.
Exactly. And another thing I will add to it, our Eastern press, also the press in the Southeast, they should stop this press where they do. They should look at the West, Oibo. The white people look at the interest of their community first before you go report. But our Eastern press, they want to write.
Let me tell you. You see this prostitution. I call it prostitution, not press.
Very good.
Prostitution good they name. Are committing. I call them prostitutes. All these prostitutes we are seeing are learning from Oyibo. All this nonsense you see they are doing, they learn it from the Oyibo Now,
Quite
let me
correct.
tell you how it works. PDP at the center now, they need IPOB because they cannot tell people, vote for us, we have built this, we have built that. No, it's not going to happen. The person asking me for the link, here's the link. It will never happen. They will tell you, hey, it's because of this, it's this party. This one is Fulani party. They are giving Fulanis their own candidate, their ticket to after another Fulani man is going to finish his 8 years. This and that. Now, anything against IPOB is against their base. Check the people that own the newspapers. If they are not the same people funding PDP, that are benefiting from PDP privatization and everything, they are actually the governors, even the senators. Most of these people bought media houses with their own money, established them. Now, when this information is going to be against these people, some of the journalists you are seeing that with those information would take meet the politicians and use it to make money from them. Oh, we want to publish this. That person will call them, oh, 1 million naira, kill the news. You will kill the news. From Guardian, another person will say, oh, so amount. I'm not saying Guardian is doing it, but I'm just giving an example.
Yeah, exactly.
They will say, kill the news. They will say, kill the news. So everything they are doing it on purpose. Look at people that so much love attention to their websites, to their pages. They want so many people to come into their this thing. But when you see an event like the cannibalism in Osumu, they did not print it, even though it's supposed to give them that traffic they are looking for.
Exactly.
They will not. Now, the only time they will mention it is when they see a lie. They will use to link it up with the person they hate. They now say, oh, all this thing that has been happening. No, mention that thing that has been happening and tell people why you are not covering it. This is just the trick they are using. Carry on.
So, that's what I'm saying. Everything, I don't see what they are still looking for because it took me time. There are some of your videos I will watch that you have done before. You lay it out so clear for us, for a blind man, like what I said, to see. Very easy for us to see. Vote is to vote. Democracy is a thing of number. But if Igbo don't have an agenda, they don't come out together with a formula, the Yoruba will continue to sidetrack you people. Because if you look at the Yoruba, you use one word. What is Tinubu doing? Look at the way Tinubu stresses and what is he doing, the Jagaban in Nigeria, in the West? Don't you see the way he tried that same thing in Edo State by trying to enforce a governor we don't want? But the Edos will rose up behind whom we want, not because of say we so much love Obaseki. Let me be very, very clear. But because of the way they wanted to do it, Buhari took his hand away because he knew if they try to change that our vote the way we want it, there is going to be war and it's going to be a destruction. So the Igbo should learn to stand by who is going to bring them up, not by choosing, oh, this one is from Abia State, I don't like Ejile, or I don't like Nnamdi Kanu, or I don't like this. Who is really standing for the interest of Igbo? I have not seen any other person. Since Ojukwu died, all of them are just, let me just call them parasites, working for the elite. They come look for one problem that is in the east, they anchor in the problem and twist this problem in their own favor. While the common masses, the common Easterners, he's still languishing, sitting down, suffering in the same place. We are busy cherry-picking. Unwosuna problem now is the latest one. Look at the way people are twisting it as if that going to the church is the main thing. That is the first time. Even the America, they bomb people inside the church when they want to get the fuck out of you. If you go and be a criminal, go inside the church. You think Obama or Biden will respect it? He will hammer you inside that place there if you don't come out and later tell you sorry. So let us face the reality. Let the Igbos have an agenda. You use one word. This everywhere belle face. He's not working. The Yoruba don't just talk. Look at Sunday Igboho. Look at the way they anchor all of them, use screen and everything, protect it. Do you think if it's Nnamdi that was there, in Igbo man, they don't carry on from Republic of Benin reach Nigeria since then now. He don't reach it out. Because
the thing about Igboho is that Igboho want to be in Nigeria right now as I'm talking to you. He wants to be brought to Nigeria. Now, see the difference between our people and Yoruba people. Nnamdi there is an overwhelming evidence against him. This guy is a fraudster. He has done so many things. The Yoruba elders you are talking about, Sunday Igboho, when they found out his crimes and like all these killings they are doing in Oyo State, and ever since they captured him, we've not heard about any Fulani shout in his area. Now people are beginning to speak up over there. Their elders will not want to insult themselves publicly. That's why till now they are still going about Sunday Igboho case, but you will not hear it publicly. You will not hear it publicly. We Igbos are the only people expected to publicly come and be defending evil, including cannibalism. That's the difference.
Exactly.
So, my brother, please, I want to bring Ezifa into
I thank you. Okay. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, my brother, for a wonderful contribution. Yes. Let me unmute you. Grand Rising, my brother.
Yeah, Grand Rising. How are they now?
Good day, fine. Carry on.
Yeah, I was called upon. I was sleeping. Somebody called. I looked at the call. I said, I didn't pick. Then I received another call from a close friend. And they were complaining that they're talking about you in the show. They say they are stupid, this and that. I said, okay, let me pick up. I came late. I tried to go to the trail. I said that if anybody wanted to talk about Odogwu like me, you simply call me in so that I can give a clear view of what I said or what my own views are. If anybody has to respect anybody in regards to awakening and outspokenness of people.
1 minute.
I'm coming.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay.
See, I was making a comment on how people are covering this Uche issue, because I'm talking generally that even people that I think are going to look at the truth are not even saying the whole truth. They are giving one side and covering up for the other side. And meanwhile, I never intended to mention it. And I said that I will call you after the program. And I'm happy you are here now. Please, this is an unscheduled program. Now, let me tell you where I'm coming from. I went to your page. I saw Rocha's Korocha's interview. I saw Uche Nwosu's this thing. What do you call it? Press conference he called.
Yeah.
But then I didn't see anything about what the General Banga's confession. I didn't see anything. Wait, it's just two more things. Then you carry on. I didn't see anything about the video. I don't know if you have seen the video already. When General Banga and co were threatening to go and destroy Okorocha's village, they said they will bomb Bolu, they will destroy Owerri if they are not called and settled. And in that video, he said that they worked for them. After working for them, they've abandoned him. Now, less than 2 months after they made that video, they were called to the Imo State government house. The same person that called them to the Imo State government house, and I can even still show you again the photo of Banga and General Banga and Uche Nwosu. Now, my thing is this. These people threatened to destroy every place if they are not being settled. And according to him, they said they worked for him from that video. I don't know if you've seen that one. I can even play it here later. Now, I have all the videos. Now, they were called in and settled. We even heard Rochas on the podium calling him General Banga. Then, he denied it in channels. So as people that are saying they are looking for the root of what is happening in Igbo land, it is no secret that politicians are behind this. Now, all these things started after they tried to seal off Spivat and recover Imo State property that Rochas seized. And all these things started. And Rochas is denying that he has never heard the name before. So my anger is this. People like you who shared those things should have still weighed in on it by at least sharing that same video where Rochas denied knowing them, and he was exposed to have known them by way of this thing they had there. Carry on.
Okay. My page, I have 2 pages. I don't even know where but I post whatever I see I feel is of importance to our people. So go and check them. The whole videos are there. I've actually called into your program when I live, yes, and I said Rochas agreed to have been sponsoring IPOB, giving them 250 million at 2 different times, and I was wondering why the Nigerian government have not arrested him. I said it on your program. I'm not into
This
politics.
is the more reason. This is the more reason I was surprised at
No,
the way you are following. You even commented. You even commented that Banga is a stage something.
No, it's not Bangak case. I said the confession of the man I was listening to looks scripted. That is my own, how I perceived it. In my own honesty, I perceive it so. You can perceive it otherwise. That will not make you stupid. You can perceive it anyhow you want. It's your views. But in politics, we must learn to respect people's view because we all can go one
Of
direction.
course, I'm respecting anyone's view. I just want everything said in public.
So when they called me up and they said, I said, but that's just my view. Even as we discussed it on that platform, I've forgotten it. I've been busy for the past days as the project I'm working on. So I've not had time to. If you watch me, I come live only in the night. Then I'm at home today that I had a little injury. I decided to rest for at least 3 hours this morning before I go out. And I was sleeping actually. So my take on this is that whether Banga Rochas or no Rochas, I'm a man that have been through some politicians way back in Enugu. They have prepared us to become things like this. Guns were shared in front of me. I know the politics of Igbo man. I know the politics of Nigeria to start with. I am not arguing that. What I said is that what's the need to go in a commando form in a church where you have other innocent people, shoot sporadically, get the guy arrested, and that.
But they didn't shoot, my brother. No.
Hold on.
What Uche wants to say was for they didn't shoot inside the church. They did not shoot inside the church.
I'm coming. Let me hit my point so that you can understand. What I said after all the whole show, that same evening, this guy is back to his house. What's the show for?
Just like FFK.
For my own take is this. There's several ways of doing the things. Invite him, he didn't come up, he has a home, go bust his house. Pick up this guy from his house, put him in jail. We hear in the news. What's the show all about? It's primitive.
But my brother, listen.
It's primitive to me.
Wait, let me weigh in. Who are they going to pick up? If you know Nkwere very well, I am from Nguduru Amandu. When you leave Ipanku, you are heading to Amiibo. After Amiibo, you are in Nkwere. So I know all these places very well. Amiibo, you have active ESN camp there, which is basically criminals around the area, hoodlums, kidnappers that they are using as ESN. You have them in Amiibo. You have them in Olu. You have them in that Nkwere. Now, remember the time they went to effect an arrest and seal off a property that the court has already ordered sealed. They went to seal it off. The Rochas boys were already there waiting. They beat up those people. Mind you, it was during the administration of Ihedio. They were already there waiting for people to beat them up. So you are telling me that in a situation like this, at the volatile area such as that place, Nkwere, Amiibo, Olu, now all those places, you expect them to go to his home to effect an arrest. One, they will not go back home. They would have killed those policemen and told you that unknown gunmen. Remember, Ejiofor, these bingos that are here shouting, the person that was killed in Ejiofor's house, they invaded Ejiofor's house. The person that was killed in Ejiofor's house was a policeman who came to make an arrest there. They killed him, put him inside a vehicle. Ask them till today, is there any person in a Ejiofor's community they say they are looking for because the person was born to death? No, they killed the policeman and brought him. So which other place were they supposed to make that arrest? In the place where they were.
If I may come in, how police strategize for the arrest is none of my business. Mine is, I was wondering the need for the show. If eventually the guy would still go back to his house and sleep with the wife.
Of course, it's normal.
No,
it's normal.
Okay. If it's normal, maybe it's a new normal.
It's not a new normal. Okay,
no,
this year, within the last 3 months alone, let me
hit it. I have seen American SEAL invading other people's sovereignty to pick up terrorists. They don't go back to their house and sleep. And the crime levied on this guy's head, Nwosu, whom I don't know, I don't care to know him, is so heavy that I expected a proper investigation, interrogation for at least 1 week, because we all want to see the end to what is going on in Igbo land. Hold on. That looked like a child's play to me, that you played all these things out and the guy had to give a press conference the same day. And again, that's by the way. If AZX have perceived it this way, AZX have said it this way, AZX must not be stupid for saying it this way.
No, I didn't say stupid.
When I was called, I said, you mustn't be stupid for saying it the way you are saying it. Because that's why you have a brain. You have a brain, something working in your head.
Listen, let me address what you said. Hold on now. You are talking about arrest. This person, the police said they've tried to invite him. According to the police, now it's not my word, it's the police. They released a statement that they've tried to invite him. One, he's always in Abuja. Ask the last time he was in Imo State. So you are telling me that there is something wrong in someone they could not get to or reach, which they said they've been trying to get to him. Forget the enormity of allegation. I can come now and say, hey, SAX helped kill so many people. He destroyed this one. He did this thing. If the police comes to you, there is no way they can go to jail legally, like the right way. They will invite you. Then you will be on what's called police bail, and which is usually like if you're a known person, they say, okay, go. Or if you are not a known person, they will say, bring 2 people that will sign sortie for you. Then you bring 2 sorties. You bring 2 sorties and release. So bringing him there, there is it's not even supposed to be a case that he left that day. We have seen so many people that they are accused of many things. Investigation, especially in such a high-profile case, it takes time. But now they've invited him. Next time, watch. When they invite him, he will go. And when the investigation is concluded, of course, at the end of it, everything will end in the court. So we work with the evidence we have in hand. He said he doesn't know these people. These people have, okay, you and I didn't know the actual conversation he had with the police. And so many things have come up. So he can still be called back. It doesn't mean that he was wrong.
No, okay. That's by the way. My take that made me call is not about Nwosu this, Nwosu that. You know my take when it comes to politics. If there is any Satan in Africa, they are politicians, both in PDP and APC. They are one people, different clothing. That's how I see them. I don't waste my time on them. They can be redeemed. These guys are agents. I call them dealers. I always said it on my program. Why I called in is this. A man of my stand today cannot be jettisoned in a program that I'm not even watching and be called stupid. No, SDS can be stupid for airing his views. You have aired your views on many topics I don't like. I simply call you.
I did not call you stupid.
No,
I did not call.
Hold on.
I'm disappointed. Listen, you can go and watch the full video and watch the full context. And when I mentioned your name, I said I'm going to call you after the program because I never even intended.
No. In the public forum, is abnormal, strange to call your friend in such manner, because people ask me, when did you start fighting with TJ?
I was expressing my disappointment.
No, I will send you the voice note. I said, no, me and TJ never had any issues. It was when the second call came, I said, that is something serious. I had to clear the sleep off my eye. You can see I'm still looking dull to listen to it. I have my reasons. You see, I say, fuck Jesus. But you know, I have relatives that I send money for Christmas. I get them to celebrate the same Jesus because they have their rights.
Of course.
It's to me abnormal to be discussed in the public. And meanwhile, we had not even shared the call on this. We have not deliberated on this. Obviously, you did not even know my stand on this. You only said as if it was staged.
In your comments, please, you have made so many public comments of which I went there and I was responding to you and giving you files. I even sent links to you there. And it was the same account that I went through and didn't see anything. If you go to my page now, you will see, please, you will see Uche Nwosu's full press conference there. In fact, I shared this while he was still live. I have it, I have everything. But this your particular account, I can put it up now. I did not see anything. I did not see. Wait now, please let me.
I don't take side. I am not for Musu or what is the Supreme Court governor? What's the name? I'm not for him. I don't care. My concern was the way they humiliated people there. That's what really got my attention.
Humiliated who? What is wrong? Excuse me, my brother. No. What is wrong?
I am
who did they humiliate? Who did they humiliate?
There was a day.
Who did they humiliate? What way?
There was a day we were hanging out, and DSS boy was there. He had a gun in his waist. They never knew he was a DSS guy, so they called police. When police came, the way they grabbed him, the whole thing, we almost fought back. It was when the guy brought out his ID card, they apologized. Because they could have called this guy. Instead of bullet in the bar and sure, we could have even taken their gun.
But the police said they called him several times.
No, I don't care calling him or not calling him. What I said is this. Let us do things like human beings.
Of course.
I believe.
Now, please, wait. If the police had that guy. Wait now. If the police had gone there to make trouble, why is it that no single shot was fired inside that church? But when you listen to Uchemosu, you will think they started shooting inside the church. Let them show us a film.
All this their narrative. Politicians are like
this is what I'm fighting. Exactly, because I didn't expect you to fall for it. I did not expect you to fall for it. The police only shot when a crowd started gathering.
No, if you know a lot of your views that I'm not okay with, there may be up to hundreds of them. But that is why you are who you are. That is why you are even here in the first place, to bring about those questions we ask. That is me. You are making those things, maybe they are not right, but they bring about questions that improve humanity. Is it? I was the same person, altar boy, the same person writing song in the church, everything. Somebody's question got to my mind, and I asked more questions, and I'm free. And I'm asking more questions. So I must not concur. I am not a PDP person. Maybe you're a APC sympathizer, or maybe one of them, which is why you're taking this strong stand. I am not a PDP person. I am not a citizen who felt things were not done the way it had to be done. And I'm saying it that things may be done better next time. That's what I said. I put pressure on the governor. Next time you don't do things this way.
Wait, now
it's a public space.
I'm coming, please. I am not an APC sympathizer. I am an APC member. But that has no bearing on my fight, because my fight is whoever is responsible behind for this scam, because there is no way this has no political color to it or political backing. Whoever is there. But my surprise is this. You have been at the forefront of this thing, and you yourself know that politicians are behind this. At a time, people we are trying to divert attention from the main issue, and are making it for their arrest. Have you seen why I'm pissed off towards you? They want the whole conversation to be about the arrest instead of what the man was arrested for. And you saying you are weighing in, you are beyond weighing in on such an issue, because you yourself, you are fighting against this same issue.
I can put it to you that Uche Moso and Rochas, you and I know, are not behind IPOB. I can put it to you that Anambra State, I'm coming. Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano has been sponsoring them too. I can put it to you that Abia State Governor Zipazu have been sponsoring them too. I can put it that there's no politician in Igbo land who do not give them money to have peace. We know this. We know this thing like you and I know it. Okay. Yes. If they have political struggle in Imo State, okay, why do you think that this killing is more in Imo State? It's because of the way they thwarted the election. It's expected.
It's not true. It's not true. Let me
talk my own. Finish up. There's word coming out of my mouth.
Finish up.
And what I'm saying, I'm less concerned about it. I am not bothered about it. Imo State have political unsettled case, which they make.
So cannibalism is the answer. Wait,
I'm coming. From back.
Okay.
So a leader emerged, front to first, I've never heard it. It's their business.
Okay, read the judgment. Can you read the judgment?
I'm coming.
Can you? Do you know? Please. No. I want us to take everything. We are not running, please.
No, but when I don't finish, my statement won't be robust. When I finish, it will be sweet. I have landed. I think that's how it is.
Okay, go on.
And the last person that was in your program had his time to speak. So it's important I speak. Okay.
No, you didn't.
They were having issues. Trying to resolve it, and they're using criminal elements, which include IPU, because they have more criminals than any other person, as it is now. Both of them are using them. I must tell you. That is not my business. My business is that I was surprised that somebody you arrested in the morning with all this commando style is back in his house. And this is my concern. I didn't ask you whether Uche Nwosu is the one sponsoring IPOB. I know people sponsoring it. I know. The political involvement, I know. We discuss it all the time. If people want to misunderstand me, it's their business. Because now let me talk about I don't discuss politics.
Please,
I only discuss
African
spirituality, African culture. That's what I do.
Let me talk about the issues you raise now. You talked about the election. One, election you are talking about now. You and I are not part of the electioneering campaign. We are not a part of the electoral process and what happened. So when we are talking about this election now, that was announced, one, you talked about what the court did, but you've not read the judgment. I love it when you say this is what happened. Now tell us why it happened. What did the judgment read? 1, 3 local governments. Someone used, let us even go to that election now. Someone won a whole state of 27 local government with just 3 local governments, and more votes came from there than registered voters. No, this is another issue no one is raising. Some people will tell you, Supreme Court, they've not talked about how come you have more votes. How come? I think he's going to jump back. How come someone has more votes than registered voters from the area? Since we want to talk about that election. Now, if they finish whatever they did there, is it the business of people to start killing people, eating human beings, you putting it at home, targeting it on the whole state, and you want to tell me it's about that election? And why didn't we see these attacks before Hope Uzodinma tried to recover all those properties? Remember that people boasted after that day that they would make Imo State ungovernable. It's happening now, and you want to justify it with an election. Are you seeing where I'm having a problem with people now? When you want to talk about the election, talk about what happened in the election. Oh, Supreme Court governor, fine. The person that lost the election, you are telling me from first, fourth, won this thing. Okay, now, the person that took the other 2 people, Uche Nwosu would have been the person that would have won if he had fight this thing. And for whatever reason, some people have told me something behind, but for whatever reason, he stepped out of that case. Without Uche Nwosu stepping out of that case, Hope Uzodinma would have been governor. Now, doesn't that tell you that Uche Nwosu withdrew? Because that time was after Rochas and Uche Nwosu. So they thought when Hope comes in, he will not recover those state properties. Now, when Hope came in and started recovering those properties, all of a sudden, we started seeing these killings. And the people orchestrating the killings are people that are known to be working with these people. And there are videos everywhere. So you are now telling me, Uche Nwosu, why did he withdraw from that case? He withdrew. He completely withdrew, knowing very well that apart from him, when the votes are tallied outside of the other 3 local governments that were cancelled, he himself was supposed to be the first, Hope second. Now he withdrew from that case. What agreement was reached and why? So you are telling me now that you will justify the killing of innocent people are those people they are killing and barbecuing the people that deliver the judgment. You are telling me that you and I know that what happened in Imo State is because of the election. What about the election? Can we talk about the election? Are you seeing? I hate when people try to justify something. This whataboutism. You are trying to justify that, oh, it's big like this in Imo State because of how the election went. Oh, so it should continue. And if there are people behind it, we should leave them. You see why I am pissed off with you? You need to be consistent with the truth. Let me bring on someone else. Oh, we have 3 people here. Henry, Chimezi, and Sosa. I will bring a Sosa. Hello, my brother. Well done. Well done.
And good morning to all listening to Undiluted Truth. You know, almost the discussion this morning almost is getting convoluted. Basically, I just want to touch on the insecurity. One thing people need to understand: insecurity worsened in Nigeria from 1999. Most of us have forgotten the slogan of PDP: share the money, PDP carry go.
Oh.
It is PDP that corrupted politics with insecurity. I was born in Rivers State. At least I witnessed 99 election, 2003, 2007, before I left the shores. Now, PDP, it was even with government official press house vehicle that they bring arms. Let's ask ourselves, when the guns running became so common, or the proliferation in Nigeria, it is PDP. You know, and everyone who is truthful to themselves knows this, that no politician in Nigeria wins credible election. That is why when they go to office, they don't do nothing. They amass all the money, they loot the treasury,
and they tell me that this one is because of election.
That is it. They pump this money, they induce voters buying, they use thugs. Now, we can look at this holistically and we can look at it from state basis. Now, when they go to Lagos State, how comes MC Olomo is so powerful? During election, we know the thugs they use. Let us not forget during Obasanjo, the late Lamidi Adedebu of Oyo, how he terrorized. This was the chief, how he single-handedly made the state uncomfortable for PDP. Right? I don't want to mention some names. When you look at River State, you can see some figures. Now, when you look at Abia State, the same is the issue. You understand? So, if politicians are not the direct sponsors of insecurity, it wouldn't be to this extent we experience it.
Yes.
You know, yes, people can argue the commando style, it was released, it wasn't released. Let's not forget that Nigeria is a country where the powerful oppress the system. The arrest of Uchewosu is not any different from the arrest of any other ordinary Nigerian. Even that Sunday, I saw posts on, Osita Chidoka wall saying how they desecrated the church. I commented, I've never seen this man condemned IPOB, or let me not say IPOB, the killings going on in the southeast. But they are quick to jump on it just to make political gains. You know, at the end of the day, my brother, you're doing a great job. Yes, we are bound to, misunderstand ourselves. But the truth is, the politicians are behind the insecurity. And there are video evidence. Even, let me go back to the same Imo State. In Hedionha, there are videos there. Let's so ambiguous. They were the people these two were the guys leading his pack of thugs for ballot snatching for PDP in Imo State. With their denied
He goes to work for Hedionha. If we are talking about the election, he goes and Biggie work for Hedionha. What's
my
this
brother?
nonsense?
The video is there when they were shooting. Men, they.
Yeah.
You know,
So who said men know?
now,
Who
okay,
said
okay,
men
now.
know this?
I think
Who said men know this? Who many people?
I think this late PDP senator, either Ibrahim Mantu or so, the one that passed on this year, when he granted an interview, he said, listen, this is the way they ruffle the election, that he provides the funds for it. Look at the last Anambra election. Was it not on camera where Abga, stack about, according to them, they said it's about 30 million. But all I could see on that video was stack of nairas. Okay, if police are not involved, who gives their agents money to be inducing voters on the queue for 5,000 naira? Now let's think about 5,000 naira. If 200,000 voters are induced, 5,000 times 200, that is a lot of money. I lost a very dear school friend. I'll say my school father in River State. What killed him? He made a way with money that was offered because the guy from Ahoda. I don't want to, make sensitive to his family. He was killed in the car he bought and a dynamite thrown in. Henry Ogonka, killed in Agri Road, Port Harcourt. I know how much violence. I'm not a child. I know how much violence PDP brought. Shootings everywhere. Thugs. Which political party do not use thugs in Nigeria? That is all they do. Let's stop playing to the gallery. Now you see the Anglican Church demanding for apology, every of them speaking. Like you rightly said, an Anglican priest was killed. Who said about it? What about the Anglican priest that was killed in Enugu because he called in the military to protect students sitting for exam?
Also Utopa. Just for students to take their exams.
Yeah. Okay, now, what about our, young sibling, let me say the younger generation that, they couldn't sit for an English exam also during NECO because of the IPOB sit at home. Who called a press conference for it? Who spoke? What about women who were killed in our mama? What about people's vehicles that were burnt? My brother, we our own problem. You see, let me tell people the truth. The minute they say evil strive because good men fail to talk. If everybody decides to mind their business and stop speaking, the weak in the society will face the greatest oppression, not from the politicians, but from their local thugs. You understand? Now, my brother, the truth is, our politicians are responsible for this. We have our biases, we can take sides. But the bottom line is, most of them will argue Supreme Court, no Supreme Court judgment. Like you rightly said, I listened to different analysis. I spoke, what different programs. Emeka Ihedioha has cancer. Did they challenge the material evidence presented by Hope Uzodimma's cancer?
For where? They didn't.
That is something people need to ask. When hatred consumes an individual, they don't see anything anymore. One, because of the people like the Chief Justice of the Federation, blah, blah, blah. Now, Nigeria did not, the only thing I can say here quickly, Nigeria is deteriorating by the day. When Yaradua was ill, was it the same Chief Judge that misinterpreted the Constitution? Was it not a different Chief Judge? I think I can't remember his name, either Mike something. I can't remember his name. Was that the current? No, that wasn't. At the end of the day, we saw what, we forget easily as Nigerians. We saw how they, tried to suppress Jonathan. How they even refused Jonathan to even be active as a vice president. I'm sorry, as an acting president. May her soul rest in peace. Let Dora Kuyeli. Let people go back and listen to her interviews those years. She almost cried on camera. At the end of the day, people can argue the arrest in church. The issue is, when they were governors, when they were in power, did they build a decent society? The foundation they left is where these people are building on. And that is why I said for Nigeria to even change, even if you like, bring American Constitution for Nigeria to implement, it will not work.
At all. Even if you it depends on the individual.
Because of our wickedness.
My brother, if we don't have a behavioral and cultural change, attitude change, we are going nowhere as a people.
At all.
It's just like somebody with attitude, somebody with bad behavior, come to you, accept me the way you are. No. If you want us to make, you must make adjustments. Even if like, let me unlike comparison. Even if couples, maybe the man is of bad behavior or the woman is of bad behavior, you can't be telling the other spouse, accept me the way I am. My brother, you're giving me high blood pressure. I told me once so.
Yes.
We either change or we part ways. Even if we
Yes.
divide Nigeria this morning, being the 30th of December, it will not work because of there is a cultural and behavioral attitude that we need to fix as a people. The Abro man molesting commuters, is that the fault of the federal government?
My brother,
No.
my brother heard the children say, please hold on. Somebody is coming in, and this person is in the know of so many things that is happening in Imo State. Let me bring him on. My brother Martin,
Okay,
welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning. Can you hear
Good
me
morning, my
clearly?
brother. Welcome. I can hear you clearly.
Yes, I've been following, I've been listening to what everybody's saying. I heard what Mr. Henry Chimezie said. He made very succinct points about what's happening in Igbo land. You see, like you rightly pointed out, I love how you countered the argument of the other guy that was talking, making reference to the election and all that. It's not about the election. It's not about the election or how Hope Uzodinma came in. That's not in contention. What is in contention is that Imo State was peaceful. Imo State, things were moving during the COVID-19. A few roads were being fixed, because when the Okorocha left, we had few roads. We could count barely 3 roads inside Owerri metropolis that were good. The rest washed away. The rest, he said acid rain. There was all the infrastructure he built substandard. We saw all these things. And during the COVID-19, a little, roads were being fixed and all that till the end of that year. Then NSAS came. In fact, it was NSAS that betted on non-government.
Of course, now all those guns were stolen during NSAS.
Yes. So by all these things started. If you look at by November, after that NSAS, December 2020, we started hearing about this type of this group of people. They were that years has been formed. Oporo Inolo. We were hearing incidences. There was my friend by name. What's the name of that guy? Soludo. Soludo was killed for no just cause. Somebody was just lie down, but before you know it, they released gun, and somebody went. So by January, we begin to see little fragments of militia here and there, especially in those Olo axes. Then politics set in. Uzodinma was getting ovation. He was doing a lot of projects. A lot of people from the national were coming to commission projects and all that. Ovation was high. Then all of a sudden, when we went into recovery, when we started recovering properties, you saw the move made on KO Mbadiwe. That's the former Eastern Palm University. That's a 40 billion naira project. 40 billion naira project. Over 40 million naira of Imo State money that somebody wanted to corner and say that it is his own pride, that he's doing a PPP, that is a private university.
Public partnership.
Yes. And then we saw Royal Spring Farm that belonged to the wife. State of the art, building, built to taste on a green verge, belonging to Otamiri, close to the Otamiri River, the Otamiri water scheme. Somebody cleared government land, built personal property on top of it. These are the issues. So when moves were made, to recover these properties, there was a government white paper. It was Ihedioha that set up those panels of inquiry. Hope came in and suspended them. So Ihedioha was in the process of pursuing or probing Okorocha's government. This person now came in, started and met and suspended it, because if you listen to Uzodinma clearly when this whole thing started, he was saying that Okorocha approached him and gave him things he wanted him to do. Immediately he declined. He went rogue. He started fighting the government.
Yes.
He went rogue because he told him that he wants him to, quash all those committees, and also, allow the local government and the rubbish local government election he did, that those people should continue. So when he declined us and said it cannot work, problem started. We began to see insecurity and all that. The governor rightly said it. He said that what is happening in Imo is not just about IPOB activities. The majority of what is happening is political.
Yes, it's political.
You ask
and we know
yourself,
it.
how did Imo State become the epicenter of IPOB activity?
Oh,
Isn't that the kind of from Imo State?
for where?
So when people look at when people know the truth, like people you want to analyze this, you are telling me about the election. Who doesn't know what happened in that election? Like he said, Ihedioha in court, Ihedioha did not challenge the evidences brought. Look, Hope went to court. Other candidates were like, Ararume said, cancel the election. It was full of irregularities. Which one wants to cancel the election? It was full of irregularities. Ihedioha is there now as the person that INEC declared. Then Hope Uzodinma said, I don't have problem with this process. I don't have a problem with this process. That declare me winner. I won that election. Because if you look at the votes that were omitted, 388 polling units, once you include it, my votes, and the guy who presented his argument.
How many polling units? Please, name the polling units again. How many?
388 polling units that were omitted.
People hear it.
INEC was in court. So it is you know, when the INEC was called upon, because they have to talk now. In the whole matter, INEC did not say for one day that those results were not missing. Because if you look at the Form EC8, you know, you have something we call Form EC8A, Form EC8B, that's the polling unit results, the ward results in INEC. Now, if you look at all those things, when all those polling results were brought, actually in the results that was used to declare Emeka, those polling units were vacant. There was no vote in those areas.
Yo, tell them.
So whether fabricated or not, whether you say that is a lie that those does not exist, it is a matter you have to sort out in court. You have to provide provide an alternative result, you know, prove beyond reasonable doubt, because you are alleging crime now that Uzodinma is a criminal. He produced fake results. You failed to provide the alternative to those results. You did not. The police was there. The police was there to testify in favor of Uzodinma that these results actually are correct and that these are the results of those polling units. So what happened when Ihedioha won? Because I personally had the opportunity to interview the lead counsel of Uzodinma, Olusola Oke. I think he's from Osun State or the Isan, senior advocate of Nigeria. He said that you know, the election was, you know, other people were saying that the election was marked by illegal, but his boss is saying that if you include these results, that I won that election. And immediately they declared him winner in the tribunal. That's in Ihedioha. What people failed to follow was in the Court of Appeal judgment. There was a dissenting judgment in Court of Appeal by December 2019. There was a dissenting judgment in the Court of Appeal, which provided a jump off point for the Supreme Court to take its cue. The judgment did not just happen. It would have been difficult for Hope if that judgment if there was no dissenting judgment in the Court of Appeal. Out of the 4 ruling judges, 1 person gave him the victory and awarded that he should be declared the governor of Imo State. So if you look at the issues in that thing, because Emeka's attention was on Uche Nwosu and Nararume. He did not for one day envisage how Hope was going about his own matter in court. And this, you know, the law is not something like when you know what a law court is now. If you say that this thing is white, if you say that this is black now, this is black, you have to come and prove beyond reasonable doubt that this is black. If you fail to do it, you lose the case, even when you have the right case. That's the court for you. So when Hope Uzodinma won, he said with his administration sustained the panels, especially when they had, because those recovering of those properties are very important to Imo people. And I can tell you how happy a lot of people are in Imo, because personal lands were stolen, allocated to other owners. Government, the New Owerri where they have the site for the new government house, where that Ike Hakim mapped out. All those lands parcelated, sold, given to his in-laws, son-in-laws, and family members. They built their club, their hotels, their state-of-the-art schools, and all that. These things are known. At the time, EFCC came and sealed up all those properties. All these things are known. These things are known. So when the attempt is made to get these things, all of a sudden, insecurity are in Imo states.
Of course.
And people want to tell us that they don't, understand the handwriting on the wall. It's very sickening, I swear. For those of us who are on ground, who are seeing these things happen, my heart bleeds. Each time I just go on social media, I get to see. In fact, these people have a way. I don't know that they have perfected a way of, selling their own false narrative to the media so quickly that people get to, and Hope Uzodinma is not the type of man that, that engages in, alcohol, Abia and all that. He just
that
quiet.
is the problem. My brother, my problem. See what my problem with the governor is here. These people are spreading this rumor. There is no concerted effort to tell people the truth and to counter them at every point. What if you know him, he's someone that will be like, now leave those people. But he don't leave those people character that is leading us to this thing. He should be sending the people out. If any media outfit invites all these people to talk this nonsense, then you send your own person to that place or another place to counter that rubbish. By the time you counter them, one, you destroy this life. Tomorrow they go again. Within 1 week, if you can destroy their lives 4 times, believe me, nobody will take them seriously. And this is the action I want my governor to be taking. My brother Martin, please wrap it up. Let me bring all those people. Let's let you go.
Okay. In conclusion, I would just like to tell my fellow Imolites that this is not a time to play or kind of unnecessary politics. This is a time we are talking about the security of the state. We are talking about the viability of the state. It's something that security is everybody's business. It's something that everybody has to join hands to do. You understand? Collaborate with security agencies, provide credible information about things happening in your area. If you see something, you speak out. And that is the only way we can win this war. Because if we allow, or if we toe this line, if we allow this kind of dangerous politics into Imo, I want the Imo State on its own has not gone far infrastructurally. By the time we allow all these things,
but we are still better than Anambra and other states combined together.
Yes, we're throwing the state backwards. So if you don't like the face of the man, Hope Uzodinma, it's understandable. But why now fan bands of people who want to destroy the state? If there is no Imo, where would you govern?
For where?
There should be a thin line between when people should stand for patriotism, stand with the state, and know when to do politics. That is just my advice. If you don't like the face,
thank you, my brother.
At least you should think Imo first. You should love Imo first, and talk about the well-being of Imo, the security of it. Because if there is no security, no business to thrive, no investors will come in.
Yes.
And that's the gospel truth. So on that note, I thank you. You're doing a very marvelous job, Mazi Jele. And
thank you, my brother, for a wonderful contribution. And I hope to host you one of these days.
Enlighten.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Our other guest, I think you have seen my brother, Henry Chimezi. Are you there? Or let's bring our brother, Kingsley. Kingsley, are you there? I would like you to. Oh, Henry is back. But Kingsley, continue.
First and foremost, I thank my last brother and the one that spoke before this, our brother that talked. First, the line was very drawn there. Okay. We have to change our culture of the way we look at things, perceive things. And it's I've been listening to your videos. You are not a PDP fan, you are not an APC fan. It is very, very downgrading for that man to say he's not a PDP, maybe you are an APC. So from this line, I can deduct hatred in his own program. And that is what the caller from London was trying to, educate us about. We have to allow the hatred I have for Ejile, I keep it aside, and look at what Ejile is saying. If it is true, it will move Nigeria, move my state ahead, move Imo ahead. If we don't stop this kind of game, just like also the last caller also, who was also online, we are not going to move forward at all, because they are trying to change the game now on the ground, cherry picking, changing the goalposts. Anytime there is going to be a good penalty to score against them, they will move the goalpost to another side. Just not for the interest of Imo State, for the interest of the few. And they hide under behind the truth which they said they are trying to bring out, but they are propagating the agenda of their political godfather. So I'm totally disappointed that my brother, if he's on the line, who came in, he did not act well. So just to add few things to it, a lot of people have said what is in my mind. I will commend you, Ejile, to continue doing what you are doing for your state. They like it or they don't like it. Hope Uzodinma did not just fly, as my brother said, from nowhere. If there was a credible election, because I read it,
386 polling units. How many polling units are there in Imo State? Now
exactly.
You remove over 300 polling units, and you are telling me that the person came forth.
I read it that Hope Uzodinma came in on technicality ground. Whether he take fourth on a 50th day, the first position must be stupid. The second position must have been doing something illegal. The third also. Then before the fourth can't take position. So we are not talking about say who take first. It's just like in the secondary school. I can be the first position. I go cheat, then make first. You go cheat, then make second. The other one go cheat. Then if the first person on the ground say no, I did it with my own brain. Ejile, Kingsley, and the whole of them, they cheated. They did expo. He will automatically be the first person. He will move from number 4 to number 1. This is what is happening. But people don't want to take it. They are saying, how can 4? Why can't 4? Why can't number 4 come? Why can't number 4 come? Is that a good argument?
For your honesty.
I thank you, brother.
Thank you, my brother, for a wonderful contribution. Henry Chimeze, please, now you can come in and finish it up, my brother. Wait, let me unmute you. Go ahead now, we can hear you.
If you don't mind, I will leave my camera facing upwards because
no problem. No problem.
Actually somewhere now.
No problem.
So basically, yeah, I will say thank you for all you've been doing. Like today's program, you started it by saying the reality, which is about Enyinnaya Abaribe trying to contest for the governorship of Abia State, which in all honesty is within his political right. But then this is a wake-up call for every concerned Abian. And I've seen some people writing, are you from Abia State? First, you're a human being. You're a Nigerian, and you come from the place of love. Now.
What an irony coming from the people that are focusing on Imo State every day. What an irony.
That is it. You see, my brother, sometimes, like I would even want most of these people granting or saying, let me say social media, Hope Uzodinma Supreme Court governor. Let them first and foremost try to go and get the report of the Supreme Court on that judgment. Place the link. Let everyone read it. Then let's come back a day after to have a discussion. They will never try it because if they can even, understand what is in the, the judgment itself. Yeah. You see, what people don't understand, at least I have experience here. It's not about having a valid case. You can have a valid case, go to court, but your lawyer can mess you up. Like the guy you called, I don't want to mention your name, Deji. Deji has a serious case, but he went and brought the best lawyer, which is the last one. First, it was this current guy now with the government. What's his name? From Bayelsa, this son that got him out of a murder case. When they arrested him, why did he not go and get a quack lawyer? Why did he go for Mike Ozokeme? I don't know why people intentionally want to deceive people because of personal hatred or they don't like the government. I will say this clear. I'm not a fan of this present administration. Neither am I a fan of any government because at the end of the day, I just want a government that can ameliorate the plight of my people. That is all I'm after. Even if it means somebody, even if, like I said to my uncle the other day when I spoke to him on phone, I said, even if it means a Fulani man becoming the governor of Abia State, and he will try to put policies in place and he will try to build infrastructure, what is my business? I've grown that school of thought. Yes, people can accuse me, oh, but you say you believe in Biafra. Yes, of course. But that shouldn't blind my mind. You understand? Now,
Yes.
people need to understand this. We need to wake up. These politicians, they've negotiated for Enyinnaya Abaribe to make that known. He has brokered a deal with the PDP cycle in Abia State and probably with the current governor. And people should not be surprised if Okezi Bazo wants to go for Senate. The only thing I'm trying to figure out, are they of the same constituency? If they are of the same,
Yes, now they are from the same
district,
senatorial zone. They are from the same
then
senatorial
okay, mark my word, anybody can go and put money on it. Okezi Bazo is going for Senate. At the end of the day, the insecurity we're experiencing in the East or in Nigeria at large, people are behind it. If people are not behind it, these criminals will not be emboldened. Do people understand what it means for such an interview by this guy they arrested, Emperor, mentioning Uche Nwosu's name? These are credible evidence. The only thing that is lacking is our intelligence gathering. Probably he cannot mention the dates, or if the police, I'm not saying they are doing a good job, but they need to add espionage to their job. At least get CCTV evidence. Try to produce electronic evidence of communication.
These people are speaking on phones. That is the thing people don't understand. These people speak on phones, and you can actually triangulate the phone number of Emperor, of Banga, and all these people. These are the things that take time.
My brother, I am coming. Say for example now.
Carry on, I'm coming. Carry on.
The police, all they need is just a court warrant to ask Uche Nwosu to submit all his mobile phones and the number. They will run a detailed analysis on it. From the very day they started using that SIM card, they will retrieve every calls. And all they try to do now, these guys that have been arrested, they match their number. These things are software. They just put in there. In less than an hour, the software will begin to match numbers. You understand? They begin to produce, okay, on this day you spoke to these guys, or you spoke to this person. Even that's what they do. They call it point person marking. For example, you want to get hold of me. Now, it's difficult. You need to begin to focus on people that are very close to me that I communicate with, because I can be so clever not to be having direct communication with these guys.
Of course.
And what I'll do, I'll be communicating with my ally or my ally. My ally will be the one passing the information. So they need to do a chain work. I'm not saying they are not doing a great job, but that is somewhere they need to improve seriously. Now, most of us, okay, people argue he was arrested in a commando style, left the next day. We have seen such is a common occurrence in Nigeria. What about people EFCC arrest in the morning, the next day they are out?
Oh.
Have we not seen EFCC taking people to the court and they don't have evidence?
Nah, people
my brother,
safe, man.
Like I said, I don't want to mention names. Have we not seen people taken to the court? And that's what people don't understand. That's what is called police bail. Even here in United Kingdom, police can put you on bail. All they need you, when they need you, you come back. You understand? At the end of the day, what should be our interest? How do we fix our society? All these politicians today, I have no sympathy for any of them. Power is transient. They are the ones that made the system the way it is. My brother, even if you go to New York, you go to Japan, no place Angel Michael is governing. It is all being done by their citizens. Nobody will fix Abia State except in the Abia. That is the simple truth. At the end of the day, my brother, thank you so much for all you're doing. And, your consistency, being straightforward. And yes, we all are human beings. We are not expected for everyone to take us, for being factual. At the end of the day, people need to question themselves. How did this insecurity climax to this point?
No.
And how can a group who claim to be fighting for secession or fighting for a country be so fixated on how Hope Uzodinma became a governor of Imo State. That
Just
should be the list
imagine
of their
what
business.
is that one holding Biafra?
That should be the list of their business. At the end of the day, they shouldn't even be concerned by it. You know, they shouldn't even be concerned. And when you see them, even their siblings, when they grant interviews on their social platform, or they are shouting Supreme Court judgment, without them themselves trying to go and read what is the judgment. How did Hope like the other guy that spoke that said, people forgot that in the Court of Appeal, one of the presiding judge favored Hope Uzodinma, which in the legal term, dissenting judgment. Well, people need to understand that case did not just emanate to the Supreme Court. It's built from the tribunal to the Court of Appeal to Supreme Court. There are steps that was followed. And most of the legal scholars, they are all keeping quiet, allowing this, dangerous narrative to keep flying. My brother, let me just allow for others to come in. I'll stop eating here. Thank you so much for all you're doing. And I hope people can begin to add their voice, because at the end of the day, if we all decide to go into our shell and mind our business, then who's going to suffer? It is that same people, when I mean people, there are people that with all this insecurity, they have nowhere to go. Suddenly, people have become fugitive. Just look what happened in Ohafia during the Christmas. I think somewhere, that is not what we're about. And you've been touching light on this thing. This so-called Biafra National Guard, General Lodge, it will endanger that community. People think we are joking. If the military decide to go rogue and take on the community, where will the elderly go? Where will the children go? Even it's not gotten to that point, people are sleeping in the bushes. Look what happened at Izombe. People on the road, people think these things are funny. They will find ourselves in such a dilemma, and we cannot, excuse ourselves from this, because at the end of the day, nobody now. People are somewhere comfortable, promising they will give you Biafra, they will give you a country. First and foremost, take this challenge to them for all IPOB members. Go to the Nnamdi Kanu family. He's from Umuahia North. Tell them that can they divide Umuahia North local government without going through the political process? Do they have that political power to split Umuahia? I don't want to mention Abia State, just that local government. Or let me just come more local. Let them go and promise their community that they will give them autonomous community without going through the channels. Is it possible? It's not. I don't know where we've lost it. Even for people to fight for autonomous community, you have to sit side by side with other communities that are involved and have a discussion, and it has to go through the channel. There's already established channel you have to go through. You have to go through the local government administration, and you have to get the consent of the State of Assembly before you can have your autonomous community and whatnot. Thank you, my brother, so much. I'll still be here listening.
Thank you, my brother, for a wonderful contribution. I will let you go now. And I love that you are even using your time at office to speak to us. I greet you so much, my brother. You see, this is the thing. Now, Umu Bingo, tell me, what has the Supreme Court judgment got to do with your Biafra? Guys, have you seen what we are talking about? Now, all these people that are saying, hey, I'm entitled to my opinion. You are entitled to your opinion, but you are damn sure not entitled to your fact. The fact is fact. Opinion is opinion. And when it comes to an issue like this, an issue you have been at the forefront of leading, you now want to make you believe that you are at the side. Come on, leave those things back. You cannot. Opinions are opinions. Facts are facts. You can only be entitled to your own opinion, but not your own fact. Stop playing all this nonsense politics. This rubbish. When did this thing start? Simple question. Okay, this guy said he has never met these people, but these people threatened. Let me show you how these people threatened the Imo State. I want you to see this. See how they
warning to the Imo State government. We the neither let our response. We don't come out. Since our governor, since they consider people from our coast area, they do anything for us. No light, no electric, no light, no good road, nothing. We don't come out now to make sure say the whole oil pipeline for Ohio we go demolish all of them. And as we finish all of them, we go still enter Uguta. As we destroy all of them, finish, we go enter over it. The whole thing where they use our oil money to, we go finish all of them. We go make sure they go finish all of them. Nothing. And Imo State, they go come out for Niger oil producing state. We don't keep quiet too much. And since we fight for our finish, since 2011 reach now, he nobody do anything for us. And
mind you, General Banga is the one in that dirty white. The one in white is General Banga.
Did any day when we come back to Ebema, we make sure we kill them. And the two, the house go burn them. NDDC commissioner, now right, and the MD Isopadek, now our son. Unless they give us all these things, there will be no peace in Imo State. As we talk, I'm not so we go do them. We don't wait 2 weeks where they ask us to wait. We don't cease fire for 2 weeks. But since 2 weeks now, nothing has been done. As from tomorrow, we go begin kill people. Even we go enter over, we go enter, we go kill many. We go kill like 1,000. We go enter anywhere where we see people gather for Imo State. We go there, we go kill many people for the state. As we talk, we go burn his sofa deck, burn NDDC, burn government house, as we tell them before for paper. We go do all these things. Make the notice say, as we put down, say, we don't go come again. We go come. NDDC commissioner and our right. If you don't give us this NDDC commissioner, this term, as from tomorrow, we go come there, we go do many things. Where the whole people where here and go, they no go even believe us. Our small body no be say we no go fit do anything. He go carry our money from here. We don't get light, we don't get anything. He go carry and go, they develop over it. We go come there, even for a house. In village, we go come there, we go kill mama and papa. There, you know, go there easy for us. We go kill everybody where we see there. In house, there, we go burn them. We go do many things. For we go demolish everything where they use our money to. Even who do from every man. Your own, in fact, you are a dead man already. As me and you, they talk now, you don't die. When you come every man, we don't kill you. Your name, now sorry. Right your way, give your barrister because we will kill you. Demolish your house, everything about even your children. Sorry for you.
Rochas, where we vote for finish. Rochas, where we vote for finish. We vote for you, you don't know us again. We vote for you, Rochas, we don't know us again.
Give us John, give us everything. We use it to election for you. Keep mama, keep papa. Finish.
You know how to remember
us.
No worry.
That is super like office. We'll call it very soon.
We will start.
Wait us. And you will spoil this government. The government will fall down very soon. Wait us.
We are coming. Niger Delta Squad.
Another score. We don't start them to say we don't start them. We don't start them to say we don't start them. Currently now, we will begin enter Imo State. The whole Imo State we will begin talking.
MV is our right.
Any day we'll see you with somebody Chama. Any day we'll see you for office.
We will kill you.
We have entered here.
We don't keep it there. We will use kill you. And starting from today, go on. Anything will belong to us. What I know begin start to do. Man, I watch our doing. We will start the doing it very soon. Anything concerning oil producing pipeline, currently now, Igutao, Ebemao, we will begin empty state. Ebemao, Igutao, Owereo, Olu, man, I watch anything going to happen there. Now, rest score, not that rest score, I go begin do something there. As I know us, man, I know what I go north. On I go north, where? I think on I know us, on I go north. Man, I wait for us, and do they come? As they come, we go do it in governor, Rocha, and Buhari. You go hear them, and when they hear them, you know go like them. Those people. There's people that is paraded that is our leader. It's not our leader. They are fake leaders. All of them for government house. All the whole our leaders there. They are fake leaders. So
criminals. They are criminals. They are spoiling this town. They are falling for people who give us guns to do votes for them. We'll do everything finish for Wakola. Nothing else again. They are giving us guns to pay us. It's Wahala. Now we are coming to collect our rights.
From today, we'll begin to do something for Imo State. As Imo State know us, and I go know us. As I know us, we dey come.
Look at us.
We
have gas.
No water.
No light.
We dey
No
come.
light. No road.
We dey come. When we come, and I go know us.
Still keeping a car. Looking.
When we come, and I go know us.
And this NDDC commissioner and the super deck MD, if you give a wrong person, all those people where they parade themselves as leaders, who go even kill and make everything worse.
Yes.
As they tell you now, so
yes.
don't look and say as we small like this now, not be go our launcher will go kill everything.
We launch that
kill
place.
Everybody.
And we are not a kidnapper. We are not a robbery. We are not thief. We are not stealing. We are not rapper. We are fighting our freedom. We have oil and gas. So let you people come and look into it and know what to do before we do this thing.
My people, I think you saw what happened there, right? You saw what they were saying. This is during the administration of, that was during the administration of Rocha Support. That was when they made that video. The Uju they mentioned now, Uju is actually the one in charge of all this carnage you've been seeing in the Zoom. All those who got aside. These people left out on Seribe. They embezzled their money for years to do so many things from their own place. So the senator that was representing Olu senatorial zone, I think it was 8 years. They said they did not do anything. Now they started threatening Rochas. After the threats, guess what? They were called. Now see, okay, I've shown the picture before where Uche Mosu was with this, and we want to continue pretending as if we don't know the people causing this. The Uju, they wanted to kill them. Rochas, they wanted to kill them. All of them became their friends. After the so-called amnesty, the amnesty program they said they had, all those funds, millions of dollars, 500 million, half to these people, half to IPOB. Did IPOB members get a dime? No. Did all this, the community they say they are protecting, the 250 million naira they were giving, 250 million naira that time is more than, is equivalent to 500 million now. Did they build anything that is worth 5 million naira in that community? Have you seen all these people? Oh, freedom fighters. One day, you people don't know what's going on. The day you people will wake up, believe me, most of you will be hiding your heads in shame. That's why you really need to be careful. Don't let all these people drive you into their nonsense. Do not let emotions come before your right judgment. Turn off the emotions and look at the things critically. It is what we need is something they are not telling us so far. Then if there is no connection, man, let everyone go. And Uche Musu is strong enough. Rocha supporter is strong enough to get redress anywhere in Nigeria if they have been accused wrongly. So why should innocent people be wasting time on this? No, don't be tired. You should be happy that you're beginning to see what's going on. Be thankful that you are beginning to see what has been happening, which you don't know. Just be fooling people. Don't worry, we are waiting for you guys. Thank you everyone for being a part of the program. We keep on saying the truth, no matter whether they like it or not. Like I said, only time we expose those who are the real revolutionaries and who are frauds. And we are beginning to see it. It's happening before our own very eyes. Thank you once again for being a part of the program. I hope to see you later.